Some deaths are so horrifying, even doctors couldn't explain them. Moments where the human body suddenly shut down without warning. Healthy people collapsing in situations that made no sense. Victims found in positions that defied logic, surrounded by clues that only deepen the mystery. In some cases, the cause of death was so strange that even experienced medical examiners were left completely baffled. These are not myths, these are real cases, real people, real investigation, and some of these stories are so disturbing that even years later, experts still don't have answers. Today, we're exploring deaths so mysterious and horrifying that even science struggles to explain them. Throughout history, medicine has solved countless mysteries. Doctors can explain diseases, injuries, infections, and even extremely rare medical conditions. But sometimes something happens that doesn't fit any known explanation. A perfectly healthy person suddenly dies. An experienced investigator examines the body and finds no clear cause. Autopsies reveal nothing unusual. Toxicology tests show no poison. Organs appear normal. Yet somehow life simply stops. These cases are rare, but when they happen, they leave behind disturbing questions, because if science can't explain them, what actually did? Today we'll explore several real cases where deaths shocked investigators and confused medical experts. Some involve strange circumstances. Others involve bodies behaving in ways science struggles to understand, and a few remain among the most mysterious deaths ever recorded. One, the man who suddenly exploded. In the 1700s, reports began appearing across Europe of something almost impossible. People bursting into flames, not from fire, not from explosions, but seemingly from within their own bodies. One of the most famous cases involved a woman named Mary Reeser. She was found in her apartment in 1951, but when investigators entered the room, they discovered something horrifying. Almost her entire body had turned to ash. Only part of one foot remained. The strange part? The rest of the apartment was mostly untouched. Furniture nearby wasn't badly burned. Walls were intact. Even newspapers close to the body were barely damaged. For a human body to burn that completely. Experts say temperatures of over 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit would normally be required, but there was no evidence of such intense heat. Doctors, scientists, and investigators debated the case for decades. Some suggested a phenomenon known as spontaneous human combustion. Others believed a cigarette might have started a slow-burning fire. But even today, no explanation fully fits the evidence. 2. The smiling corpse. Mystery. In the early 1900s, a strange case puzzled investigators in Italy. A man was found dead inside his home. There were no signs of violence, no signs of poison, no injuries, but something about the scene deeply disturbed the investigators. The man's body was lying peacefully in bed, yet his face had an enormous smile. Not a relaxed expression, but a wide, frozen grin that looked almost unnatural. Doctors performed a full autopsy. They searched for heart failure, stroke, toxins, but nothing appeared abnormal. Even more disturbing, several witnesses said the expression on his face seemed to become more pronounced after death. Medical experts suggested it might have been a rare nerve reaction caused by brain damage. But without evidence of trauma, the true cause remained unknown. 3. The dancer who couldn't stop. In 1518, a strange and horrifying event occurred in the city of Strasbourg. It began with one woman. She stepped into the street and began dancing. But this wasn't normal dancing. She couldn't stop. For hours she danced, then days. Soon other people joined. Within weeks, hundreds were dancing uncontrollably. Many collapsed from exhaustion. Some died. Doctors of the time were completely confused. There was no poison discovered, no disease identified. Some believed it was mass hysteria. Others blamed a mysterious toxin in bread. But the most disturbing part, many victims literally danced themselves to death. Even today, historians and medical experts debate what truly happened. 4. The man found, frozen in terror. In 1959, a group of experienced hikers set out into the mountains of Russia. What happened next became one of the most disturbing mysteries in history. Weeks later, rescuers discovered their abandoned tent. But something was wrong. The tent had been cut open from the inside, as if the hikers were desperately trying to escape. Their bodies were later found scattered across the snowy landscape. Some had died from hypothermia, but others had injuries that shocked investigators: broken ribs, crushed skulls. One victim was missing a tongue, yet there were no signs of a struggle. Even more disturbing, some clothing tests. 5. The man who laughed himself to death. In ancient Greece, a philosopher named Chrysippus reportedly died in one of the strangest ways imaginable. According to historical records, he watched a donkey eating figs. Amused by the scene, he jokingly ordered someone to give the donkey wine. The donkey drank, and the philosopher found the situation so hilarious. He began laughing uncontrollably. Witnesses said he laughed for several minutes without stopping. Then suddenly he collapsed. Doctors later suggested intense laughter could trigger cardiac arrest, but even today, cases of death from laughter remain extremely rare. Yet medical literature does confirm something disturbing. Under the right circumstances, even extreme laughter can be fatal. 6. The boy who turned to stone. In the 1900s, doctors documented an extremely rare disease known as fibroaplasia ossificans. Progressive people with this condition slowly experience their muscles turning into bone. One famous patient was a boy whose body gradually became immobilized. Every injury made the disease worse. Even simple movements caused new bone to grow. Eventually, his body became almost completely rigid. Doctors could do nothing to stop it, though the disease itself is understood today. Early cases terrified physicians because patients literally appeared to be turning into statues. These cases remind us of something unsettling. Even with all the knowledge modern medicine has gained, there are still mysteries we cannot fully explain. The human body is incredibly complex, and sometimes it behaves in ways science doesn't yet understand. Some of the deaths we explore today remain unsolved. Others have theories but no proof. And perhaps the most disturbing truth is this: there may be many more unexplained deaths that simply never receive attention, because sometimes the scariest mysteries in the world are the ones hiding in plain sight. So tell me in the comments which story disturbed you the most, and if you enjoy exploring the darkest and most mysterious truths about our world, subscribe to the channel, because sometimes reality is far stranger than fiction.